Hey, Trista. Mark, can you hear me? Okay, good. So, Mark, you're now down to quarter credit because there's no video and you can't talk back. I guess you can chat your questions. There you go. Good call. All right. Trish, are you in your car?
I am. I've had a rough evening.
It's okay. That's fine. As long as last year I had a student who tried to join us while driving on I-95, and that made me nervous, I have to say.
Oh no, I'm parked at CVS. It's a crazy line.
Yeah.
I'm just like camping here.
All right. So, a couple things. One, test corrections. If you haven't made an appointment, you need to do so ASAP because they have to be done by this weekend. You know who you are and you know who you aren't. And no matter what I say, Tiffany just smiles at me. I like that. Maeve, you should take a lesson from Tiffany. She always has that diplomatic face on, no matter what she's really thinking. Okay, sorry, I had to take a quick drink of water there. Suppose, let's see, who should I address this to? Morgan. This is a Morgan question. Okay, suppose that you're struggling in this class, which is not surprising, and you're intimidated by me. You're afraid that if you asked me to help, I would think badly of you. Wow, Mark doesn't even have a picture anymore. He's down to 5% of credit. So you're intimidated by me, and the one time you tried to talk to me, you didn't really follow or understand what I was saying, okay? Because deep down, you're really shy.
Okay.
Very deep down, I might add, but that's another story. What are your options? Option one, fail.
Not a good option.
Okay.
Option two.
Those of you who don't know me need to understand that was a joke. Okay. So don't call the dean and say Greenlaw's trying to fail us. Okay. I even got a sort of half smile from Trish. That's good. Okay. Okay. There are opportunities for tutoring if you don't want to come talk to me. There is tutoring every week from Academic Services. They meet in the HCC, and I don't remember what the day is. It used to be Wednesdays, but I will have to check up on that and get back to you. They meet for a couple of hours. It's free, and you pay for it with your fees and stuff, so you might as well take advantage of it. So that's one option.
It's on Mondays too, from 6 to 8.
So you've already been. Good, Morgan. Thank you. So maybe you won't fail.
I hope not.
Okay. Second option, a bright upper class student came to me and said, I've heard that there are people struggling in your micro class. I wonder if there's anything I could do to help. And I said, well, what did you have in mind? Would you like to do tutoring or something? And she said, yeah, I could do that. So her name is Emily, and she has open office hours Tuesday evenings. And I believe it's 6 o'clock on, and it's in the HCC. And I know you need more information than that. So I will follow up and get that information for you before next Tuesday. Okay, so you have lots of options. Okay. Failing is not one of them, seriously. So I'm not actually worried about you guys. Do you know why? Brian, do you know why? Because you're here. You're here.
Yeah.
So it shows that you're not a quitter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, exactly. In the cha. Okay. All right, back to the script. We are now starting the theory of the firm. if you look at the course outline for like the next 4 weeks, we're going to be studying how firms operate and how they make their decisions. We're going to start with production and cost. Some of you have already gotten into that module. This is stuff that only an accountant could love. I say that endearingly. It's a lot of detail. It's a fair amount of analytics. So, but like medicine or practice, if you're an athlete, it's something that you need to do in order to get where you want to be. Okay. So you can't really understand the behavior of firms if you don't understand production and costs. Okay. So we will get through this, and you just need to dive in and do it. Now, let me give you the TLDR. There is a really close relationship between how a firm produces and what its costs are. Okay. In fact, there is a one-to-one relationship there. So there are, was that Mark, were you barking or something there? Okay. I guess I should pick on Lucas because he doesn't have anything for a picture, but that's okay. So what you're going to see is that there are certain rules that apply to any firm having to do with production and costs. Okay, once you learn them, it's like riding a bike. It takes a while, but once you get it, you won't forget them. Those rules apply to any firm, whether it's Google or Sam's Pizza from Fredericksburg. Okay. So I understand that it's going to be challenging to get to that point, but you can do it. Okay. At least people with full video on this Hangout. I have confidence that you'll be able to do it. If not full video, then at least a cute picture, like Mark's dog, for example. All right. And Tiffany continues to smile because that's what she does. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's get serious here. Okay, a couple things. One, as you know, I read your exam one reflections. I learned a lot. I hope you learned a little from doing that. One of the things that it occurred to me to tell you is when you're studying for an exam, you're better off spreading out your exam prep over multiple days. Okay, now I'm not arguing that you should study more. Maybe you should. But the research shows that if you study an hour for 4 nights, you will retain more than if you wait until the last minute and study 4 hours all at once. I'm talking to you there, Morgan.
I'll give it a try.
So just a tip. Okay, so all those bus rides to and from those exciting locations where you guys play, like Cancun and the Bahamas.
Definitely.
And
not Chile, Pennsylvania.
Right. Yes. You know, use those hours in the car to study, because it's not like you have any other important courses, right, Morgan?
Nope, none.
Okay.
Just yours.
I'm glad we're all on the same page here. Okay. All right. I wanted to make some comments about the first online discussion that we had. The timing was not ideal because it bumped up against spring break and everything. But the discussion didn't really go very well. It didn't go very well for a couple of reasons. Many students didn't participate at all. So that's not ideal. More importantly, we failed to reach a conclusion. Okay, so just to get practical here, how do you plan to answer the questions on the next exam that we should have figured out in the discussion. Okay, Maeve, any thoughts on that?
You say, how should we answer the questions if
Right.
we didn't come
The
up with a
material we didn't
conclusion?
finish talking about, see? It's gonna be hard because we didn't really get there, right? So I guess my point is we're gonna be doing these online discussions several more times. We need to do a better job in the future. We're not just going through the motions. This is how we're gonna figure out stuff that you need to learn. Especially if you're intimidated by me and you don't yet know where the tutors are meeting and when. Okay. Anyway, so we can do better than that next time. The point is to actually have a real conversation and to reach a conclusion. And I don't think we did a good job of that last time. All right. That's all that I think I needed to tell you guys. What questions do you have? Mark this bark or something, okay?
Are you going to keep the discussion on Twitter? Like,
Probably.
okay.
Can we still get credit if we do the discussion now or no?
Sure. If you want to, some people have already decided to continue, even though we ended 10 days ago. So yeah, you are welcome to dive in there.
Okay.
But in the future, these things have a discrete time period because we can't just continue these on forever indefinitely. I know that you guys probably will not want to continue after final grades go in. That's just a guess on my part. But maybe Aaron will. Aaron of the AK.
Nope.
Okay. Other questions?
So the second midterm, is it going to include just the 3 modules since the last
Okay,
exam?
let me look at it. Ideally, and then I'll explain what I mean by that. Let's see. All right. Nope. I've got like 20 windows open at this moment. Bear in mind that that's not ideal. It's almost as if my professional life is out of control, but I would never admit that to you. Okay. Ideally, we will cover through topic 8, which is producer behavior in the real world. So that would be the production and cost module, the perfect competition module, the monopoly module, and the monopolistic competition and oligopoly. I believe that's 4 modules. I will say that when we get into the market structures, that's perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopoly, we will be doing the same thing 4 times over. Okay, we're going to basically be looking at the same behaviors. And what we'll be looking at there specifically is in answering a question like how much output should we supply or what price should we charge, the process of a monopolist is the same as the process of a perfectly competitive firm. But because of the unique characteristics of those different market structures, the answer that we come to will be different. But the process is going to be the same. So the first time, it's a little hard, but by the 4th time, I'm sure you'll get it. All right. Other questions?
I was confused by the syllabus for this week because it says read Principles of Micro New Chapter 9. Where is that? Because I checked the website and it wasn't on there.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me just tell you that New Chapter 9 doesn't exist. It was something that I was hoping to get done over spring break, and I didn't get that far. Okay, so don't worry about that one.
Okay, so just do the module.
Yes.
Okay.
What I was going to do, what my plan is for when I have some free time, some year, is I was going to basically combine all three of those other modules in a way that didn't repeat so much and focused on the most important stuff, but it's not done. So we won't be doing that this year. So you have one less module to read, in other words. So that's a good thing.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. That's a good question. Other questions? Lucas, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. Just checking. Anybody have questions? All right, well, I'm ready to cook dinner, so I will let you guys go. And I will see you next week.
Thank you.
Not sooner. Yes. Mark, you can hang around if you want.